Ibrahim Traoré exposed, the truth behind the viral deepfakes and Africa's boldest leader. The world can't stop talking about Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But what's real and what's fake? You're about to find out. In a world where truth and fiction blur with every scroll, Ibrahim Traoré has become a digital lightning rod. Thousands of videos are spreading across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Some show him rejecting a US state invitation. Others depict him delivering fiery speeches in flawless English, roasting Western colonialism and calling out Emmanuel Macron by name. But here's the bombshell. None of those speeches are real. They're AI-generated. Deepfakes. Designed to mimic his image, voice, and message but created by unseen hands. Fact-checkers in Sri Lanka, digital sleuths on Reddit, and even Traoré's own communications team have confirmed. These are fabrications. Fiction. Propaganda or parody depending on who you ask. So why are they going so viral? The real man behind the myth. Because Ibrahim Traoré doesn't need fake videos to be one of the most controversial and captivating leaders alive today. He's the 36-year-old captain who seized power in Burkina Faso. A military man who now speaks with the fire of Thomas Sankara and walks with the shadow of revolution behind him. In the streets of Accra, Dakar, Paris, and even New York, the African diaspora chants his name. To many, Traoré is the living embodiment of a new African resistance. A symbol of defiance. A man unafraid to say, "No more puppets. No more masters." Even in US protests, signs show his face next to phrases like "Sovereignty now" and "Africa for Africans." But the irony? Many of the viral videos that amplified his message are totally fake. AI-enhanced. Clipped. Remixed. And often taken out of context. So we ask again, why is he trending so hard, so fast? The power moves. Let's talk about what's actually happening on the ground in Burkina Faso. In April 2025, Traoré's government crushed a coup attempt. He quickly blamed external actors, notably those with ties to Ivory Coast and possibly European interests. But this wasn't just defense. It was consolidation. He ramped up national control of the country's gold mines. He launched a campaign to reclaim state control over key resources. He began detaining journalists under emergency laws, citing national security. Even more controversially, critics of his regime, including civil society leaders, were reportedly forcibly conscripted into the military. What does that mean? Say something against the captain, and the captain may recruit you to the front lines. Human rights groups are sounding alarms. But for his supporters? This is what real leadership looks like. He's doing what weak presidents never dared to do: take back Africa's wealth. The Sankara effect. Why does Traoré resonate so deeply, even with all the controversy? 2 words: Thomas Sankara. Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader in the 1980s, stood for self-reliance, anti-imperialism, and dignity. And when Traoré speaks even briefly, many say it feels like Sankara reborn. The BBC, Financial Times, and others have called Traoré a modern version of that legacy. Analysts argue he is arguably Africa's most popular leader, not because of what he promises, but what he rejects. The IMF. French military presence. Western extraction without investment. And the puppet strings still tugging at post-colonial governments. Real vs fake, breaking it down. Let's set the record straight. Trend: what's real, what's not. Viral content: Traoré's real image spreads fast. Most English language speeches are AI deepfakes. Political stance: resource nationalism, anti-French influence. Macron praising Traoré? Completely fabricated. Popularity: massive support across Africa and the diaspora. Much of the virality is meme-driven or digitally enhanced. The danger here isn't just false information. It's manipulated perception. Imagine thinking a leader said something he didn't and forming global opinions around deepfakes. But here's the twist. Even the fake stuff is inspired by real sentiment. Traoré doesn't have to say those words for people to believe he could. That's the power of political myth. The final take. So what's the real story behind the viral waves of Ibrahim Traoré? He's consolidating power. He's nationalizing minds. He's battling coups, both foreign and domestic. And he's become a symbol, real or fictional, of Pan-African resistance. The viral videos? Mostly fake. The sentiment behind them? Very real. In a time of media manipulation, AI deception, and information overload, Traoré stands at a unique intersection. Half man. Half myth. 100% movement. And whether you support him, fear him, or simply want to understand him, one thing is clear. Africa is watching. The world is reacting. And Traoré is rising.